Life is full of obstacles, and your mindset can either lift you to the top or hold you back. Certain attitude diseases are especially dangerous, and knowing how to spot them is the first step to curing them. The first is indifference, the shrug, the drift, the "I don't care" mentality. You cannot drift to success. To get anywhere meaningful, you must pour everything you've got into whatever you are doing, right where you are. Second is indecision, a mental paralysis that keeps you stuck on the fence. The solution is simple: pick a direction and commit fully, even if it turns out to be the wrong one, because every choice gives experience, growth, and adventure. Third is doubt, especially self-doubt, which silently erodes confidence and limits your potential. Flip that coin, become a believer in yourself, and recognize that your self-worth is the starting point for all progress. And finally, worry, a devastating disease that affects your health, relationships, and future, capable of dropping you to your knees if left unchecked. These four, indifference, indecision, doubt, and worry, are silent killers of ambition, but when recognized and tackled head-on, they can be transformed into fuel for growth. The key is awareness, action, and relentless focus. Pour yourself into life, make choices boldly, trust yourself, and refuse to let fear or uncertainty control your path. I know how bad worry can get. I used to be a super worrier, not a super warrior, and my family wished I'd been the latter. Those were years I had to make up for, but I finally learned how to give worry up completely. It wasn't easy. It took me almost a year to kick the habit, and it was one of the toughest years of my life. But once I did, I discovered you could live a life full of challenges and difficulties, yet completely free of worry. The next attitude disease is overcaution. Being too cautious is just as dangerous as being reckless. It's the timid approach to life, the constant, what-if mindset that holds you back. I used to obsess over every potential risk, imagining worst-case scenarios that kept me from even trying. Then I realized the truth: life is always risky. From the moment you're born, it's risky. Getting married, having children, starting a business, investing your money, it's all risky. And the ultimate risk? Not living fully, not giving it a go. If you chase safety and security above all else, you might live to be 100, but what a way to live, huddled in a corner, protected, but never truly alive. Adventure, challenge, taking chances, that's what life is really for. Security is an illusion. Growth, excitement, and fulfillment come only when you embrace the risk and give it everything you've got. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. The next attitude disease is pessimism, the deadly habit of always looking on the bad side, the problem side, the difficult side, and counting all the reasons why something can't be done. The poor pessimist leads an ugly life, constantly seeking faults instead of virtue, never seeing the sunset because he's staring at the specks on the window. He rushes through life listing 5 reasons why something won't work, oblivious to the one reason that could make it succeed. To the pessimist, the glass is always half empty; to the optimist, it's half full. And that difference, astonishingly, comes not from reality but from perception. Our lives are shaped far more by the way we think things are than by how they actually are. Cha taught me that poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor work habits. Most people work hard but fail to think hard. He explained that the mind is like a factory. Whatever we feed it mentally pours ingredients into this factory and builds the economic, social, and personal fabric of our lives. As you think, so you become. I learned this firsthand. I used to start every day reading the newspaper, filling my mind with wars, tragedies, murders, and disasters. No wonder my days felt heavy, my energy drained, my potential blocked. Thinking like that was like walking through life on your financial knees. Great leaders, Cha said, begin in the mind. Their libraries reveal the way they train their thinking and expand their vision. If we want to lead rich, successful, and fulfilling lives, we must cultivate our mental diet, focusing on possibilities, solutions, and growth instead of feeding on pessimism and fear. Life is full of invisible obstacles I call attitude diseases: indifference, indecision, doubt, worry, overcaution, pessimism, and complaining, and each one can quietly destroy your potential if you're not careful. Indifference keeps you drifting instead of pouring your energy into what matters, indecision paralyzes you, while doubt and self-doubt erode confidence and stop progress. Worry drains your energy and health, overcaution makes you miss opportunities, and pessimism blinds you to possibilities, focusing only on problems. Complaining is the deadliest, turning small frustrations into a lifetime of regret. To fight these diseases, you must guard your mind like a fortress, carefully choosing what thoughts, influences, and information you allow in. Everything you consume mentally becomes the fabric of your life, so fill your mind with the right ingredients, protect it from trash, embrace risk and adventure, believe in yourself and focus on solutions instead of problems. Stand guard at the door of your mind every day, because the way you think determines the life you build, and even a small lapse can cost more than you realize.